This video is for people who want to know what this H1B thing is, not for the people actually going through it. My sympathies with those people because I went through H1B, and President Trump's sympathies are also with them. He clearly said in an interview that his company hired H1Bs. He was happy. Elon Musk started at H1B. I think Melania Trump did some modeling work as H1B. United States is a country of immigrants and it will always welcome talent. Few months ago I had made a video and said even during these times of uncertainty, Indian students must consider to come here and work or study because that will give them a next level experience that they won't get anywhere else. Now students are thinking that they are paying for this expensive postgraduate education, making American universities richer, and at the end of it, if there is no job, then what's the point of it all? My caveat would be still consider to come to United States, but after your basic education in India, spend a year or two in industry, make some money, use that money to pay towards your education. Don't put all that on your late middle-aged parents who are considering to retire. Now this H1B system, if you are a dependent H1B or if you are looking for a green card, you have to make sure that no willing qualified American is available to do the job. And in spirit, that should apply also to H1B, but technically it doesn't. Means imagine if there was a tech giant in India that lays off 6,000 Indian workers and on the same day applies for a work permit for 6,000 Nepali students. What would be the outrage? A citizen of India from Patna, Bihar gets a job in Mumbai and people are saying outsiders are taking the job. Now United States was bound to look at it, and now how do you make sure that no American is willing or able? Suppose there is a job and you say you're only going to pay $2 for the job, then who would do the job? But that's not allowed. The labor law says that you have to pay a certain wage, and now there are scams. The wage is there, but then that wage is paid to middlemen, other people. Means there are definitely scams. Means we have exploited the system from the subcontinent. There are people with fake degrees, fake certificates. Means Uber app. Now currently I am in South Korea. Before that I was in Taiwan, like in Croatia, wherever. I was just traveling recently. Uber, you call, the person comes, you go. In India I just called Uber, it was raining, the guy cancelled the ride at the last minute, then he was there, he started talking me into cancelling the ride, taking some highway. I love to talk to people when I'm driving, but the app like Uber was discovered so that I don't have to talk to anybody. It's all in the app. I book the app, you want to go, you go. You don't game the system. Then you destroy the app and the simplicity behind it. You don't game such things. They are not built for it. I used to think like how so few Britishers, how did they rule over the world? And then I drove in United Kingdom. You look at a roundabout. There are no overbridges, there are no traffic signals, just the citizenry that follows the rule, and that everything flows like charm. Means there are 70% of, if you look at the rest of the world, there are say 80,000 H1B jobs. India, you consider China, Vietnam, Indonesia, entire Europe, UK, Australia, New Zealand, South America, combine all these countries and multiply it by 2, and India takes more H1B jobs than them. Is it like, do you think that our youth is on that level, or there is some gaming going on? Means there is no system that some people won't think of gaming, and then it doesn't work. Means suppose somebody calls for a wheelchair for his parents when the parents clearly don't need it. Not only it is not fair to the airline, but it is also not fair to some parents who really need the wheelchair, because they will be delayed, and also when they apply for a wheelchair, other people will be looking at them and thinking that maybe they are gaming it too. So this system, the exploitation of the system, is not fair to the talented students. And this talk that this like thousands of techies are being like America is like destroying its own future and this was America's backbone. It ain't. It's not. It's a myth. Means it used to be much harder before and now it has become very easy. There are some universities nobody has heard of, these certificates that we don't even know what it means. Some of these people can't even put two sentences in English together and they are here to do the height. I mean, this is, they are paying them under the table. They are like clearly gaming the system. So say like 100,000 people are at risk. Is America at risk of losing 10 or 20 people who would be Fortune 500 CEOs, the next Elon Musk, or founders of this and that? Sure. Are there like, but there are also a lot of other people who are just, they just don't have it to do it. And there's very hurtful language going on social media, like weeding out the riffraff and all that. They are human beings. We can be talking in these terms. They are not riffraffs. They don't need to be weeded out. Some of them I'm sure are like talented singers, like they're poets. They could be philosophers. But tech giants, they are not. They like some of the people who are here purporting to do the H1B job, they just don't have the requisite qualification to do it. And that's giving the bad name to the whole system. It is just like any system is there. Like I was talking about Uber. So a guy who gets the Uber ride, then cancels it and try to cheat Uber out of its commission, he's going to do a $8 job for $6. When United States is looking for H1B talent, they're looking for the next Elon Musk. They are not looking for somebody who's going to do a $8 work at $6. That's low paid labor and that can be done, that can be outsourced, that can be done anywhere else. That's the crux of the issue, and we can't paint it as, and like my kids, they're American born citizens, like many of people like me are like naturalized American citizens, so the green card holders. So the jobs are taken away from people of Indian origin too in United States. So all that have to be considered very carefully. United States, and this may not apply to people who are already existing, and this high visa fee that we are talking about, if somebody is that talented person, then the company will happily pay for that. Means they are paying to that level. Meta and other companies are paying way more than that to get people into AI. This will be an opportunity in India if they think that the job market is getting very hard in United States. Then you have to ask yourself a question that means, why is US so much better? There's dignity of work, innovation is respected, there's better infrastructure, there are so many other things. Maybe this will be a blessing in disguise, who knows? But like I said, a water will find its level. The people who are the hustlers, who are the movers and the shakers, they are going to be okay, and there's nothing to worry about. Dr. Ravi Godse.